Peace and unity reflections. Peace and unity. You know, just sitting out here, man, and just thinking to myself, like, the importance of fatherhood. Like, you know, being a father, is a huge responsibility. As they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So being a father, from my experience, you know what I mean, is really all about being able to, risk your life, sacrifice yourself to make sure that your kids have the best, you know what I mean? Or to be able to supply your kids with the best life or the life that you didn't have, you know what I mean? Like, as a father, it's your role to guide and, show your young son, or your young boy or your young daughter, what is like, for your son, showing him what it's like to become a man, you know what I mean, and how to carry himself like that. And then for your young daughter, she's looking for, looking for characteristics and traits in you that she's gonna eventually see in her future boyfriend or future husband or whatever, you know what I mean, as time go on. So it's very important, as a man, to, for us, because we play a huge role in that. Like I said, it's like your son looking up to you because he's a boy, and what he's seeing you is what he's gonna grow up to become. And then your daughter, when she grow up, she's gonna be looking for that in her man, you know what I mean, looking for, what you were in her man, basically. So either way it go, even though it's the mother's job to raise and show a woman how to be nurturing, caring, and loving, it's our job to make sure that our man, young boys grow up into young men, you know what I mean, and know how to carry themselves, know how to handle situations, know how to stand up for themselves. All those type of things play a big role in fatherhood. So, it's a lot with becoming a father, you know what I mean. And it hurts me in a way because I'm not really there with my, baby mothers or whatever anymore. But it don't stop the fact that, I still got to do what I got to do to become a better man so that I can provide and show my kids more in life, and be able to give them more out of life, like, that's all it is you learning from all of your mistakes and just learning how to grow and adapt, from a boy, and growing up into manhood, learning how to stand up for yourself, learning how to show, your child the same thing, how to stand for himself, how to defend himself, how to protect his sister, or if, brothers and sisters, as you got a young son, it's your role to show him how to protect, how to provide, how to be strong, that's just traits of a man, you know what I mean, as a young, or a guy, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying that for example. Y'all get what I'm trying to say and where I'm going here, And then too, like, also, with fatherhood, it's like very important because, you have, like I said, you have to show your kids what's right. You have to teach them right from wrong. So especially your young boy, because nowadays, like our youth, like our young generation, the young boys, like, they growing up now just thinking that violence is the answer, picking up a gun and killing their own kind, and instead of using their hands. See, because back then in time, like, from say like my grandparents, like growing up in there, because my parents weren't actually there to raise me. Like, I didn't have my mom and dad there. They still here living, but I didn't have them there to raise me, you know what I mean. I had my grandparents. So that's why I guess my people like to say I'm an old soul, I guess. I mean, because it's already there. Then plus I was already raised by that generation, the older generation. So you know how it go. And like growing up, my granddad had to throw them dukes, it wasn't no running and go grab no guns and shit, they actually had to throw them fists back then, So that just show you right there, like, that's what really we need to get back to, like kids growing up nowadays, they just quick to go grab a gun when something go down. And a lot of that comes from not being brought up correctly, not being able to take a ass whooping, get back up, dust it off, and just, because you can't win them all. You win some, you lose some. Just like on Friday when Craig dad said that, he was like, you win some, you lose some, you know what I mean. You ain't gonna win them all, but you live to fight another day, But that's just what it takes to be a man, to be able to accept that and be able to move on. But then again, you will fight for what you believe in or stand up for yourself. And that's what you need as a man, you know. That's all. I mean, you got to stand for yourself. You got to, you know. How you gonna protect your woman, you know what I mean, if you can't stand for yourself, you know. So those are just some important roles, man, being a father, you know, being able to teach these kids right from wrong, being able to guide your young son, or, you know, or be able to show your young daughter what to look for in a man, you know. It's the same thing, just being able to be there. But you know, it takes a man to raise a young boy up, you know. Same with a woman. It takes a woman to raise a young lady, you know, into a woman, you know. So it's the same. It's pretty much the same process. But with, you know, fatherhood, it's a lot more, because, you know, as men, we're taught to suppress and hold our feelings in and not express who we are. So, you know, we have to deal with a lot of shit, you know, that, you know, we can't to the world, we can't look weak, you know what I mean? Like, to this world. But it's okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, really, it's okay to show your, I mean, it's okay to, you know, let go of emotions and forgive yourself and love yourself, you know what I mean? It's okay, man. Don't ever feel like that, because that's what the world teaches us, that we have to suppress our feelings, or we, as men, we have to be so strong and tough all the time, you know? Not knowing that that's stressing you and breaking you down more and more. So don't care about what others think, man. Just be yourself, and, you know, do what you got to do as a man, as a God, you know, to make sure that your kids are taken care of as much as you can, you know what I'm saying, so that you can provide for them and do as much as you can, you know, to, you know, show them an example of what a real man's supposed to be, you know. Because nowadays we're not taught that, you know, and a lot of fathers are abandoned from the household, and, you know, a lot of shit go on because the system is sent here to separate the black family, you know. And, you know, it's mainly the black family who they target, you know what I mean. It's like a lot of shit is being done now where they trying to feminize the black man, or find a way to make him, or to make our women look down on our black man by, like, you know, putting him on child support. So now that's a reason to look down on him, or, you know, bashing him and saying he ain't shit and this and that, because the system gonna supply her with food stamps and everything that she need in the house, and so she wouldn't need him no more, you know what I mean. So it's really a big war on the black family right now, man. They trying to keep us divided and separated, but that's just a part of the agenda, you know. They trying to feminize all our men, all our black men, you know, and do that to men in general. But I'm just saying, they just aiming at the black culture every time, man. They really trying to just destroy us, you know. They always studying us, you know. That just says a lot about you. That's how you know you're powerful beyond measure, just like it says in that Bible, you know. Powerful beyond measure, man. And it doesn't even matter what they try to do. It's like they're never gonna stop shit that we have going. As you know, as we continue to rise, you know, we just have to remember who we are and get back to what we were, so that way we can build, you know. That's the only thing it is. And that might take time, you know, but we just have to remember who we are first, and let go of all that self-hate and ego, and be able to put our differences aside and come together to, you know, raise up these kids, man, and do it the right way, you know. Like, it's a lot of shit going on, man, that causes this separation, you know, and it's just wrong. So being a father is definitely important, you know, especially being there for the kids and being able to just, you know, show your children, you know, what they need to look for, as far as your son becoming a man, and as far as your daughter looking for a man. And when that time comes, when she gets ready to get married or whatever, you know what I mean, she'll know what to find, because she see it in her dad, you know. Or your son will know how to become a man from a little boy, because when he was a boy, he was being raised up by a man, you know. So yeah, man, the importance of fatherhood is important, man, definitely. But it's just something I was just thinking on, family. I leave as I come. Ashe.